After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 503. Today is, let me go back to my beginning of my show notes here. Today is Monday, May 2nd, 2022, as we are recording. It is episode 503. My name is Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
We want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the Fun in the Woman Cave. If you are new, we're glad that you found us, and we hope you find something that you enjoy and that you'll come back. And if you are returning, we're always glad to have you with us. If you are new or returning and in the shadows, please feel free to press the little subscribe button on your right. It's a little red button, and tap the bell so you can get notifications. And if you'd like to be more active in the group, we have a home page where we have alongs going on and camaraderie and all kinds of neat stuff happens over there. It's a little quiet right now, but we have a lot of fun over there. Mm-hmm. And that's at phnpodcast.freeforums.net. That's phnpodcast.freeforums.net. And all that information is in the description box below the video. Okay. Yeah. Who?
I have one more project than you, so
start.
Let me just go ahead and stir.
Stir might be a good idea. If you have earbuds, we apologize.
Okay, so
I don't know why I bother.
I know. I was just wondering the same thing.
Sometimes it helps anyway.
Because I actually have sugar in the bottom. Mine you do is a sugar bomb,
Mm-hmm.
which is where you put it in the
infuser.
In the infuser
with the tea.
This is what my head looks like mug, and in here is an Adagio blend that I put together. Berserker. It's Irish breakfast, pu'er orange, fruit medley, cloves, and orange peel.
And I have a full package of that. Let me see if that would have been a good choice. 'Cause that was the first choice for me as well, but I didn't want to have it instead of the strawberries because it has chorange in it.
Well, I almost went physician again. I was like, I need to have a different one.
So did I. That's good. But I'm glad that I went with what I went, I think. I've been in the right mood for that one. And in mine, I've got a Plum Deluxe. It's Stargazer Caramel Mott. And it's in this is what my daughter's head looks like, mug. Stargazer Caramel Mott chai. Did you want to try this?
No, thank you.
Okay.
It's got chai. And I'm also getting hot flashes, so I'm probably going to be drinking my tea slowly and probably finishing it later.
Right. So that's what I have for that. Okay.
We did not choose brown on purpose.
Every once in a while we do this, where people who've been with us for a while know that every once in a while we will match our colors without knowing. We did it for a while early on where people thought we did it on purpose because it seemed like every podcast we would have the same color, but it wasn't. We just did it.
Yeah, we don't discuss our wardrobe prior to picking it.
No. Okay, so as I said, this is episode 503. And we're glad you're here. And we're going to go right into...
Did you go into new, up? Alongs.
Yeah, so I was just going to go
Okay.
We're going to go right into the alongs. So, the first along is the Autism Awareness Cal Loud. This started in April, so we are now in the second part of it. We're in the middle month, because this is a 3-month along. And this is to foster autism awareness. Every once in a while we might do some facts or some anecdotal type thing, but basically it's just kind of knit, crochet, whatever in bright colors and kind of think about, people on the spectrum, get, have some awareness of what's going on. And we have some very knowledgeable people who are in the special special services field. Pat Looney Hiker has some expertise in that area. Okay, now this one, let's see. Okay. So this goes April 30th to June 30th. I'm sorry, April 1st to June 30th. And the projects and whips are all eligible for prizes. It's 1 whip per project per week, and the FO whenever it's finished. We have a lovely co-host, that's Laura Concert, who is crocheting Hoovian. And she's been doing this almost from the inception. She's been doing this with us. Now, if you want to post projects to each of the groups, you have to be a member of both groups, okay? Projects must be knitted, loom knit, or crocheted, and they must be bright colored. And we were saying like 85 to 90% would be what we'd kind of like it to be. Laura might have it higher. I know in the past she's had it very high. Mm-hmm. We won't be measuring, but
I mean, there really isn't a way we could.
No, I mean we can just eyeball it and say that doesn't look like it. But,
yeah, and that's basically what we do.
But and we know that the monitors can vary, so
and also cameras even.
Yep. So we will just take your word for it. If you say it's sunshine yellow or neon pink and it looks really dull on our screen, we'll know that you're telling the truth because you do.
Or we'll assume you're telling the truth.
Yes. Well, I assume they are. So.
Well, you can't say because.
Well, I feel like we know because we know the people.
Yes, but to be absolutely
especially the
correct.
ones, the people who have been posting in our group have been with us forever.
Oh, but of course, but it still is an assumption based on prior knowledge.
I know that they would not.
No, implies that you actually visually saw with your own eyes.
No, not necessarily. I know I breathe air. I don't see it with my own eyes.
Yes, but that is something you personally experienced.
No. I have experienced that they tell the truth.
You assume, and there's a lot to back up that assumption. That is your theory.
No. Resubmit in 30 days. Okay. If it's got
knowledge requires proof.
Excuse me. If it's got black, white, or neutrals in it, then it might be moved to the show-off thread by one of the moderators or by myself or Talia.
Based on faith.
Anyway, she has to be right, so
I am totally right.
Okay, anyway. All right, I don't know where I'm at.
You have to prove me wrong.
No, I'm not going to prove you wrong. I don't have the time, and I don't have it's not that important. Especially since I'm taking the high ground and you're not.
High ground, ha!
Yes, Evie, I know, yes. If you're not thoroughly confused by this convoluted conversation, you may post 1 whip per project per week, the FO whenever it's finished. And let's see, the colors, it must be all brightly colored. It doesn't matter if it's variegated, solid, semi-solid, tonals, it doesn't really matter. Stripes, whatever. We do have featured patterns and featured yarns. As always, anything that's mine, anything that's Talia's, and anything that's Laura Concert's, yarn or pattern-wise, as long as it fits the theme, is eligible for 2 chances at a prize for the FO only. And if you use a featured pattern and a featured yarn that meet the parameters, then it's 3 chances at a prize for the FO, but you are responsible for your own postings. Let's see. We also have, as a featured pattern for this along, we have the Braid It Bright by 10 Hours or Less with George, and we have the Weighted Lapgan and Teddy. I don't know if that's how it's called, but it's by...
I think it is.
By
Modest Creation.
Modest Creation. And I forget what Miss World is what she used to be called. So those are all featured patterns also, and they are eligible for double chance at a prize for the FO. We do have prizes. I haven't looked at them. They're all over there somewhere. And I'll look at them later when I
feel like it.
Feel like it.
When it's actually pertinent.
When it's actually pertinent. Once upon a time we used to have it. We'd show it at the top of each month.
I think that it's more fun than they don't know. It's surprising.
It's surprising. Okay, let's see here. I did that already. Okay. Oh, the hashtag is hashtag.
I forgot to mark it down.
Let's see. Where do I have my hashtag? Hashtag PHNAA 2022 for Instagram. Okay. Now, the other along that we're in the second quarter is the Tea and Tails. PHN Tea and Tails. This has been a favorite for a long time. Well, for as long as we've done it. When we first started with this, we had to do it. When we first started with this, for you guys who are new, we started it with the intention of doing a different one every year, but there were so many people who wanted to do this when we did this again.
Yeah.
And
I think this was started the second year, because the first year we did only the toy along.
No, this started.
No, this was the first. Toy
No,
along was the first one.
I'm not talking about autism. I'm talking about Tea and Tails.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm having
Yep.
difficulty focusing.
Yeah, Tea and Tails. No, autism. You're right. It was somewhere
Yeah.
in the second year, but
No, you're right. This one
This-
was only a couple years
yeah,
ago.
because we've done this twice. This is the third time we've done this. We did the Comfort Along, I think it was, and we did Charity Along and Christmas Along.
And
I
Christmas
think.
along, yeah.
Yeah.
Because this one...
Was the Comfort Along actually a year long?
No, I think that was only...
I think that was for Brittany. That was when Brittany was doing her.
Yes, it might have been a year long, but it was Brittany's.
It was Brittany's. Yeah, it was her thing. So it wasn't. So we had 3 years of this, the Christmas Along, the Charity Along,
I think that's it.
and then we came back to the. Yeah. Okay. So that's it.
But yeah, this one was our first year long.
Yeah. So this goes January through December. Once you hit midnight of January 2023, this is done. And as we have mentioned on occasion before, if the thread is still open on January 1st of 2023, go ahead and slide your project in, but don't wait until that time on the hope that it stays open, because
Right.
one of our moderators may be up late, or maybe one of our moderators who is not in country, and they may close it. Okay, so midnight Eastern Standard Time is the official time. Okay, because we're Eastern Standard Time.
Right.
Now, basically the rules are the same as for any of our alongs in terms of, the basic rules. For this one, it doesn't have to be bright colored. This one has to be related to tea and or tails, either the yarn, the project, the pattern, whatever. That if you can make a case for it being related to tea and or tails, it'll be accepted. And we're talking about novels and novelizations and children's books, anything that has a
Graphic
beginning,
novels.
beginning, middle, or end to it. So even
And end, not or.
Okay. Anyway, for someone who has issues with focusing, you need to just tick a lock. Okay? Anyway, it has to be related to tea and or tails. And it can be, like I said, yarn, pattern, or project. Not the bag. No. I'd say nice try with that, not the bag. Okay? But you just tell us, like a type of saying graphic novel, regular novels, novelizations, novellas. I even think short stories. One thing I forgot to mention that I think is absolutely should be is things like fairy tales and fables. Fables like what's a good fable? Aesop's Fables or something like that. Anything that's beginning, middle, and end. Okay, so as long as it's a tale in itself, we don't want something like a song or a TV show. If it's been a novelization, okay, but not a TV show like an episode of Star Trek. That's not a book.
But
Okay.
you can have something like Beowulf, which is an epic
Yes.
poem.
Yes. So everything is basically the same otherwise. Let's see. And all this stuff is in the threads. Since you can't be a part of the alongs unless you're part of the group, you'll be able to access the threads and see what the rules are, because they're all written there. Because
Yes.
I get convoluted because I can't speak without being interrupted. So
Sometimes you need correction.
no, sometimes you need to tick a lock. Okay,
You gotta say what you mean.
I say exactly what I mean. They know what I mean. Okay,
Telepathy.
featured patterns and yarns are the same as before, but we do have also some extra featured people. We have KF Jones, who is of Bakery Bears fame, and she has plenty of tea and or tails type things available. We have Mom Cook, who is a loom knitter, and she has plenty of things that are, I think hers are mostly T, but I think there's some tails as well. And Joanna Johnson, who is mostly tails, I think.
She is.
So we don't have much in the way of crocheting there, but Laura has some things that are crocheted. Ty has toys that are crocheted that if you could make it fit the T and or tails. Okay?
I have multiple ones that are named after characters. I mean, Bruce the Bat is an example. In the pictures, he even has a picture taken against a yellow background to resemble the bat signal. So something like Bruce the Bat could definitely be
Well,
justified.
Isn't Tortoise versus Hare, isn't that in Aesop's Fable?
It is.
So, we had that, the turtles. We had all those patterns are out of that book. So, Cyrano is a Cyrano de Bergerac.
Yes, he
So,
is.
Yeah, so there's lots of things, okay?
I actually sneak in a lot of subtle references to graphic novels and things like that.
And I have yarns, I believe, that have T. I've got a couple. I have one that's Lady Earl Grey. I have some other ones. I just can't think of them at the moment. I think Enchanted Peacock is a story, but I'm not sure. I have Tolkien references, a few of them.
I think we both forgot to turn on our lights.
No, I turned on mine. Okay, Davina. Make sure you have your water and your sunscreen if you need it, okay?
Okay.
Not on your face. Yeah. Davina's going outside in the backyard, so I just would
Turn
make
on
sure
my light.
that she's okay. She's going out with the fence. So, all right, that's basically it. If you have any questions, you can post in the group. I'm sorry for the disjointedness of this because I know I told her to check in with me before she went out, but she kind of threw me. So, I was saying about the yarns. I have several Tolkiens. I've got.
You have quite a few Tolkiens.
I have Entwives. I have. How do you pronounce it? Elisar.
Elisar, yeah.
Yeah, I have a few. They're there.
And also, if you were to put it out again, Flame On is a reference to the Human Torch.
I've got Captain America. I've got, I've got all kinds of things like that. So, yeah. So we have plenty of things that you could use for featured yarns, featured patterns. And that I'm just giving you examples. I'm not saying, go out and buy anything. It's just...
No. It's just to give you ideas.
Just to give you ideas, okay? All right. So that's all I have to say about that. You go first.
Okay, so pull up my show notes. We're Project Light this time around.
Yeah. We are Project Light.
Let's see. Waiting for my show notes. Okay. So in my bucket bag, which was a gift.
Sheepy bucket bag.
Yes, it's Crafting Sheeple. It's by Erin Lane. And I think we had determined that this was from...
Margaret Pittman.
Yes.
Hi, Margaret.
Hi. Thank you. This is Franklin. The pattern is Freddy the Platypus. I'm looking down here because this is where my show notes are. By Joanna Johnson. This is Mom's Platypus.
Yay.
He hasn't moved too much since the last podcast.
He's matching us.
Yes, he is. I think that I have decreases coming pretty soon. Yeah, I have only one more knit row. That's probably why I paused on him, because I haven't had the focus. And I don't know why I chose to work this on 3D PNs, because I really hate working with 3D PNs.
I think you said when you started that that's what they called for.
Probably. I have a few patterns I've done on 3D PNs. The little baby bunny, white bunny that's on our, on your little,
My Swift.
He was done on 3D PNs, which drove me insane. But at least the DPNs weren't as long as this one. This one I keep feeling like I'm poking myself. But yes.
Okay. Alright. Mine is the one I'm working on right now. I didn't get a chance to work on Laura's because I have to change the color and I didn't have the brain power and then I got busy. So I didn't work on that, but I will get back to it hopefully this week. But this one in my Plover Bird pink and purple teacups bag.
Plover Bear would be cute.
Yes, it would. Not sure what it would be.
I don't know, but it'd be cute.
This is my comfy cozy shawl, and this is really close to being done. I think. Just hold this stitch so I can lift it up. I did a little bit of work on this. I'm pretty sure. So you can see it's definitely getting to be a good size.
Mhm.
I mean, I think it's almost larger than my wingspan. It's longer than my wingspan across. So, which is good. I want this to be a nice warm hug of a shawl. And so that's what I'm doing. I think what I'm probably
Speaking
going
of a warm hug, don't forget mine is over there if you get cold.
right. This is the one I made for Talia earlier, and she let me borrow it because I was cold. But right now I'm okay. This is mostly Miss Babs, and I think what I'm going to do here to finish it off. There's also Malabrigo in here. I think I'm going to do this darker kind of blue that you can see, and then another green. And I'm not sure if I'll do another blue or if that'll be it. I have to see what it looks like when I get to that point. But it's I don't have any more of the variegated, so it's basically going to be solid on the bottom. And that's all I have to say about that.
Okay, so the one I'm working on now. This is Laura's hood. The pattern is Thorin's Hooded Cow, and it is in the teapot bag by Knit for Brains, and Laura gave this to me. Love this thing.
It's a cute little bag.
It is. And yeah, I am getting quite close to thinking about the hood. And this is working out lovely. I have a feeling I'm going to have to break into the other skein.
I thought you might,
Um,
because it just seems like you might,
well, it's hard to judge when you're dealing with the worsted. I've only ever done this on light worsted / DK. And even with Miss Babs, I usually have to do a little bit more than I anticipated.
Well, Miss Babs is, that was the DK weight though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it used to be light worsted.
Yeah.
I don't think she changed it. I just think she just changed what she called it.
No, I don't think she changed it either. I'm not sure why she changed it.
Maybe she did that wraps per inch tool or whatever, and so it was closer to DK.
Maybe she did. I don't know. Are you done?
Yes.
Okay. In my Knits for Brains bag, it's my teapot bag, my owl teapot bag that Laura gave me. It's the match to Talia's, only mine's a drawstring. And I really like this bag a lot. It's cute. It's very bright and happy. This is my Arwen's Hooded Cows from the same pattern as Talia's doing, but it's a different version. So, Talia, this is a pearl or knitting?
Hang on, that's a pearl.
Okay, I thought so. Get this out of here. There. Because I circled the thing I was doing, but I must have did it wrong. There we go. Okay, now I can start. This is my Miss Babs, and it's in the blue slate colorway. And I am on the rows that are getting smaller, so I guess it's decreasing rows.
Did you change? Because you were... There's knits here. Oh, I'm sorry.
What?
I was looking at fast. You just did a knit row above a purl row, so you are going... so that's a knit row.
Wait a minute, what?
Okay, so here's your purl row, but then you did a knit row immediately after, so you just finished a knit row. I only looked at it quickly.
Okay, so what should this be?
Probably knit because you have long sections of knit, don't you?
Yes. All right. So let me just.
It still doesn't change. It's going to be a knit.
Right, but I need to make sure that I have the right stitch here.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize you just done that stitch. Yes, it is a knit. Because look right here. You should have. Let me take a peek. For one thing, you have this across here. So, yeah. Look here. You have.
Don't lose my stitch.
I won't look. Look at what this is. Because I was only looking over here. This is a purl stitch.
Okay.
So that tells you now you're doing it.
Okay. So I was in the right place.
Yes, you were. Sorry, I looked at it fast.
Okay. So this, you can see this, you can see real quickly if Talia holds hers up, the difference in the patterns. This is the same pattern, just a different, hers has more kind of, I don't know what you call it.
It makes me think of an accordion.
Yeah, and mine is not. Mine is just, it's like it has, makes me think of a ruffled skirt.
Yeah. I happen to like this one better. I tend to knit this one the most. This is version 2, I think, and you're doing version 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm doing version 2.
Okay, then I'm doing version 3.
I'm doing version 2. And I might do that one later. If I feel like I like it, or if I think I can. It might be a good charity project.
Mm-hmm. Well, what's nice about this is you have longer swatches of chain. You know, you either have purl for a long time or knit for a long time, so you don't get there's change.
Right, and so I haven't been doing much of anything on a extended period of work basis. I do a row or two and then I put it down and do something else, or I get called away or something like that. So nothing is going forward very fast, but it is getting worked on. At least these 3 or 4 projects. I leave it on the couch so I can not forget. I should probably put it away, but then I probably won't remember where I put it.
Well, that's why I have certain projects that just basically live on my bed.
Well, I do have written down what bag they're in. So
yeah, but that's not enough.
Yeah, I
have ones that live by my desk, and I have ones that live on my bed, and then I have ones that are where the projects belong, in the basket.
You might have too many projects.
No, that's impossible.
Yeah, that's why I said. Somebody Adagio said, I don't really need a new cup. I'm really excited about this Adagio cup. I wrote underneath, you can never have too many cups. Never have too many mugs.
This is what the muggles don't understand.
Be uninitiated.
Yes.
So yeah, this is a fun project. I would like to finish, and honestly,
this matures so
it
nicely.
shouldn't take too much time for me to finish if I just sat down and did it. Of course, I have to do the hood, and I'm not sure how to go about doing that.
It's really simple. And you seam the top.
Yeah, that'll be good. Oops.
It's funny.
Yeah, it does say it's better when it.
Yeah, it just needs a little bit of time.
So that's all I have to really say about this. Some of these projects, I mean, people will look at this and they'll probably say, gosh, woman, how does it take you so long to do such a simple project? But
if you don't work on it.
Yeah, the knitting elves have been unavailable. Unavailable, doing something else. But anyway, yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
Okay, so this is one I haven't worked on in a while. I think initially I was looking at some, not Corinne Spencer, Corinne Walcher. Hang on. Corinne, yeah. I always have a problem because it doesn't look like Corinne to me.
How's it spelled?
Hang on, I'm trying to find her. Corrine.
Corinne.
Okay, I always want to say something else. I have several Corinne Walcher patterns.
I think that's how you pronounce it.
That I want to try, but so I thought I hadn't gotten very far in the Christmassy socks, so I was going to switch because it's a lot of purling with slip stitches, and I had kind of fallen. I hadn't been wanting to work on it. It's the Finish Line by Lara Smoot, but I had finished one sock already, and I was like, okay, I need to just finish this.
It's not a sock sample.
I think I actually tore out last time I did this sock. I think I did it. I can't remember what pattern. I think I might have done the skip socks. SKYP. Another Corinne Walcher pattern, I believe.
But this one's not Corinne Walcher.
No, it's not. But I tend to gravitate towards her patterns. I'm pretty sure the skip socks are by her. That was my first favorite sock pattern.
That was very popular back in the day.
I think skip was actually a heavier way. No, skip was fingering. I can't remember.
Wasn't that a basic?
No, you had some. I'm trying to remember. There's a special stitch that was the skip stitches, SKYP, and I can't remember what it was.
I remember because everybody used to say she would say Skype.
Yeah, because there was it was like you did some sort of thing and then you slipped something. I can't remember. I haven't knitted in forever. Too much focus required. So I'm going to put that much focus into sock. I want there to be like cables or something. Or like the really pretty ones that I'm doing in your yarn, the green ones, where it has that really pretty like flower leaf pattern.
Right.
But anyway, this is the first one. But it's too tight. There we go. And this is the Stoll STOLL Christmas sock yarn from Dragonfly Fiber. It doesn't have nylon, but they actually advertise this as a sock yarn, so I'm thinking maybe it's twisted enough to be able to handle it. They don't just say finger ink. This was... Do we have the bands down still in here? I might not. I've had this forever. This is the only time I've ever dreamt of yarn.
And that was the time before the last Fiber Festival, I think, because we actually worked there.
Yes, I wasn't quite as sick yet. I wasn't using the wheelchair.
Was that the time before the last or 2 times before the last?
It might have been 2 times, because
Yeah.
I don't think I was in the roller and I wasn't in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
So, I was actually able to help.
Yep.
So this is the first one. And like I said, this is the first time I've ever dreamed of yarn. I saw it when we were setting up, and I knew I wanted it, and I dreamt about getting it. It was in my free skein.
Yep. Look what I got free from that.
I mean, I bought stuff there too, but that was my free skein.
We always buy things from there when we
Yeah.
went. But we
And-
haven't been there since they changed hands. Because I think,
Yeah, last time we went was the last
They
time
were-
it
yeah.
was in her hands.
yeah.
Um,
It was very sad that they didn't have that red that I like so much.
because she actually would recognize us every time we came,
Mhm.
even before we helped.
Mhm.
She
We used to talk to her a lot.
Yeah, she is very nice.
Mhm.
So that's the second sock. That's the other reason why it's really silly to tear it back right now. Look how far
Right.
I mean, part of that is stuff I knit recently. But, and it is pretty on here. It's just, I wasn't wanting to do the pearls and slips for whatever reason for a little while.
Well, yeah, sometimes you just kind of don't want to. Sometimes you need to kick yourself in the pants, and sometimes you just need to cut your
Well,
losses and run.
I think I just needed a break from it.
Mhm.
And when I came back, I was like, oh, this wasn't as, annoying as I remember it being.
Maybe I should try picking up the toy patterns that I've got languishing.
Sometimes it's really just that you need a break from it.
Yeah.
And then when you come back, you're like, what was the problem?
Well, I remember when I first started, that was one of my loves, was the thing I did was a lot of toys, but I just, for whatever reason right now, I don't
Focus.
feel
Crochet
like it.
toys require actually, toys in general require focus because they're shaping.
Well, it's not even, it's the sewing.
Yeah.
It's the sewing. My hands don't like the sewing because of the little needle. So.
I forgot to say, this is Silver Shed USA. This is her medium, right?
That's a small.
Okay, her small. Her sock?
I think that's a small.
I thought her small was smaller than this. I can't remember. This was a gift
Mhm.
from Brittany. Thank you, Brittany. She got this for my ornaments, but I have not made an ornament in a while, so I put my Christmas socks in here. Because it felt apropos.
Apropos. Okay. In my Country Roads bag, no, it's not my Country Roads, it's my, what do I call this? My Brittany country bag. I forget.
I think you do call Country Roads.
My country bag. Anyway, it's my Brittany bag. She gave this to me, and I really love it. Thank you, Brittany.
That was not planned by the way that we had 2 Brittany bags
No,
back and forth.
no.
I guess we had the Laura bags.
Yep,
Two back to
yep.
back
We
too.
do that on occasion. This is my Country Roads blanket from the Jelly Roll blanket pattern. And I'm not too much further on this because I'm just not. I've worked on it a little bit. I think I worked on
very
it.
informative.
I think
here.
I worked on it during the live, the Zoom.
I don't know. I was.
I don't
More
remember.
focused on what
I don't
was
remember.
working on.
I don't know that I worked on a lot of things during that. I don't know what I was doing during
I
that.
honestly don't know what you were doing.
Well, I got tired. I didn't want to hear what you guys were talking about.
Oh yeah.
So I just kind of zoned out a little bit. So I'm not really sure.
Yeah, Laura and I kind of went off on something.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, but it was
She brought it up, not me.
it was a fun Zoom, but
Yes, it was.
I don't think I did a whole lot of knitting or crocheting. I was just not. Yeah, I don't know what I did.
I wasn't looking at you because I had to change colors on my
Oh.
project.
I might have worked a little bit on Laura's shawl,
I think you did. I think you might have.
but then I would have brought.
And I think you even said, "Oh, I don't want to go farther because I'm going to have to change colors."
Yeah, and I did change colors. So yeah. I mean, right now. I'm on a kind of a. I don't know if you can tell that it's kind of a. It's really pretty kind of blue green, almost a fir or spruce or something. Huh?
I was just looking at it with my.
It's prettier
Shades
in
off.
person and it's hard to see in this light. We have a very low lighting here. My husband doesn't like to put really high wattage, and we have.
I mean, we do have help from that.
Yeah,
that
we
there.
have a 4 light fan up here, but I think we have like 15
What?
watt bulbs in there, so it's not really very bright in here, and so you can't really see the colors very well. But it's It's a really nice kind of sprucey kind of green. It's kind of green I like to work with. It's a little on the dark side in terms of seeing the stitches, but it's really pretty.
We've had to experiment a lot to get enough light in here and not have stuff reflect off of my glasses. So,
Daddy wanted to know why Crystal's picture was so clear and ours was so grainy.
oh,
Yeah.
ours is grainy.
I guess. I don't know. But I was showing him, because Crystal was showing Davina's Valentine's Day card on the last podcast. And I showed Daddy on the phone. And I'm thinking if it maybe it doesn't look as grainy on the phone as it does on the
Right,
screen.
and maybe I need to do. I was doing a lower
Resolution. Lower what?
like they have different how good a quality, I guess, for
Resolution.
resolution to size kind of thing. And I was kind of going for a low to medium just because it takes up less room
Right.
on my computer.
Right.
But I can go higher now that Dad's storing it for me.
Well, you can ask him,
Yeah.
if that might be an issue. Because if it's not the issue, then you don't mess
Yeah.
with it because you don't want
Because for a while I was doing the higher one. But then I started losing room on my computer.
Right. Okay, so that's basically this. There's not a whole lot to say about this. This is mostly scraps, and I have some minis that maybe I'll dye up some yarn for that. I don't know, maybe. I don't like dyeing up minis necessarily. I kind of lose some of my fun of dyeing yarn when I do things that are less than 50 grams.
And it doesn't... Because you used to throw minis in when you did a full yarn.
Occasionally. I never
That's
did.
how I have several of the minis I have.
I did that when I was doing mini kits. But I don't enjoy doing minis because they're so hard to keep from tangling and stuff like that. It's just a pain in the neck. And then you have to do special ball bands for them. And I guess I can just do them like Kay does sometimes. I think Laura does this too, where you put all of them in one band.
Yes.
But then you don't get the color names unless you kind of, you
Yeah.
know. So yeah, I'll figure it out if I decide I want to. I have a bunch of minis right now that they're all sitting up there on the shelf.
Fingering, DK, sport.
Both. I have
Oh.
fingering and DK. They don't have. My supplier doesn't have sport.
I don't
minis.
think sport's a very common one for
No.
minis.
Fingering and DK. I don't have any worsted either. I think that fingering and DK are the most popular. So that's why I have those. I have quite a few. I'll have to see what I can do with them.
Well, I'm always up for fingering minis simply because I always need heels and toes. I should actually, every once in a while, now that I have money coming in, purchase stuff from you.
Yeah, what if you have a chance?
Because I know I have my special, Talia's special discount. I just have to remember what my code is.
I can always give it back to you.
Yeah. Okay. So in my little skein in the big wool bag that Mom gave me half an eon ago, and this is my Velveteen Rabbit Bag because this was my favorite story as a kid. I even considered I still have him, Coco, my favorite bunny. He was...
The little blue bunny that lady made you was crying.
I don't know why. Coco was my favorite. He's all like, his fur's all, it's gotten a little gray and...
Well, it's wear to wear is what.
It's worn and his nose is kind of worn.
Kind of like my bear.
Yeah, and so he has his eyes and everything, but in my head, he was going to become real. If any of my toys was going to become real, it was my Coco Bunny. I meant to design a toy based on him, and then I started really not feeling well, not being able to focus. But this is the first of my rainbow socks. The pattern is Vanilla Cream by KF Jones. So I finished. Here's the green toe.
Cool.
Purple heel.
Very fun.
I haven't quite made up my mind if I like it, but it's there. And I think I'll like it better once I have the green heel, purple toe for this one. I'm just not used... I think part of it is I'm used to things matching, and the purple and the green don't match.
Get over yourself.
Oh no, I'm definitely... Well, that's why I'm
Isn't that
keeping it. That's why I'm keeping it. This is the first time I've done something like that. It's just taking some getting used to.
And let me explain. She tells me that all the time. Just
I don't say it quite that way. I think it's Laura who says it that way.
somebody says it.
And here's the second sock started.
Very cute.
So, and I always feel like I'm working to get to either my heel or toe on this because I just want to see how it works
Right.
up. So this is one that if I actually work on, it does work up pretty quick. This is perfect reading knitting
Right.
because it's just knit, 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 knit.
I'm trying to see Davina. That's why I keep looking. I can't see her.
She's probably down in that area of the yard.
All right. And is that your last one?
That's my last one for right now. I have one more project after that.
Okay. This is my last one, and this is in my.
'Cause I had one more project than you.
In my Emma Owl's bag. I think. My Emma Owl's bag. Let me see.
Oh, my. Your
No,
ball
not my
came
not
out.
my Emma Owl's bag. In my. Let me see. My large Silver Shed USA PHN 10-year anniversary bag. Okay, and this is my. I couldn't wait any longer. I started my Spring Flowers baby blanket from the Sorabelle scarf pattern by Sarah
At
Sweetheart.
first I thought you were going to say you started your black and white shawl.
No, not yet. I'm getting to it. So you can see I made some progress.
Oh, isn't that cute?
And I thought about the name. This is a very lightweight because I'm still.
It makes me think of spring flowers for sure.
Yeah. It. I'm using a G hook with a sport weight, and it's very light. You can feel it. It's a summer.
That's airy.
It's a summer blanket. It's
That's beautiful.
So
yeah.
this is and this is going to be more of like a stroller blanket or something. So because I was trying to measure it without actually sitting down and measuring against the table I measure on, and so I don't think it's going to be quite as blocky. Maybe it will. I don't know. Maybe it'll be more square than I think. But can you see the colors? It's green. It's got whites and pinks and blues.
It's really cute.
And I'm really excited about it. I was afraid that it would be too airy, but I think it's got that quality of like almost like a baptismal blanket.
And if you decide it's too airy later, you can always pull back and use a different hook.
I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna. I like this.
Good.
You know, I think somebody will like having this.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a nice. We have several pregnant ladies at the church, as I've mentioned on occasion, and we also have the pregnancy center, and summer babies don't need to have hot blankets.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this worked up really fast. I worked this while I was watching a movie with my husband last night, I think. We just sat here and started it. So, I didn't tell Talia I started it because I wanted to show her on podcast, but it's fun.
So, last for me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Talia, one more thing I forgot.
Oh.
I just forgot. The yarn was given to me by Christina.
No, this was
given to me by Kara.
Yes.
Because it was the package that was just a little package.
Yes, that I was
Yes.
like, yeah, it's Kara.
That's it, Kara. Thank you very much, Kara. It's ice yarn, just like the other one, only this one is sport, and the other one is, I think, Worsted or DK that Crystal gave me. So Kara gave me this one, and I really appreciate it. It's a joy to
You might
work
have
with.
to search for that yarn because you've gotten it from 2 people and you've liked it each time. You might have to see if you can find an Etsy supplier.
Right. I'm sure that they don't knot up a lot. I had the one skein that was a little problematic, but it was only the one out of the 3.
Yeah.
And so
I mean,
yeah.
that sometimes happens even with knit picks or whatever. You just sometimes hit a skein.
So
I had, what was I working with? I had a knit picks, the alpaca that you gave me for your sweater, where it seemed like every couple whatever, like every few inches I was hitting a part that had worn away and was breaking.
Wow.
So it doesn't happen very often. I had worked a full sweater in that yarn in my color, in my blue, and it was just the one skein of that green. So every once in a while you just hit a
the green
weird
one.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
one of
okay.
the ones you gave me. So every once in a while you just hit one where it's just like, for whatever reason.
Might have been the end of the whatever.
It might have been that maybe when they cut the packet, you just never know.
Yeah. So that's me done. This is a lot of fun to to work on.
So the final one for me is in my matching bag, although this is my smaller of my two, because for whatever reason.
Okay, that's the medium.
Yeah, I know it is.
Okay.
And this other one, I know that the, so the ornaments one is a small.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's definitely smaller than this.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is my PHM faces in medium. I didn't use my larger PHM faces because for whatever reason I didn't feel like working sweaters. I was very tired this week.
The weather was off. It was very difficult this week.
I mostly just wanted to work on things that I could do while I was reading. And even if I was listening to my Templar's audiobook, I just wanted simple. So, in here, I don't remember if I had finished this last time. I feel like I might have. No, maybe not. Maybe not. I might have finished.
You finished last week, I think.
Did I? Okay.
I think you did.
Well, if I didn't, here it is. Oh, yes, it is, because I said I didn't have a blocker.
Right.
So this is the first torch sock. This is my go-to pattern by Corinne Walcher, Not Just Boring Boot Socks. I now also have Not Just Boring Chick Socks, Not Just Boring Dude Socks, Not Just Boring Dad Socks. I think that's her whole Not Just Boring pattern. Her whole Not Just Boring collection. No, there's no Not Just Boring Mom. I know.
Wow.
This is the only heavyweight one. All the others are fingering weight. And I think the Not Just Boring Dude is very stretchy. They were saying the media...
Have ribbing in it?
Yeah, it's ribbing. I mean, this one's ribbing too, but it's, I guess, more of a, like... Okay, so this one's not, like... Actually, it might be a similar ribbing to this. Let me see. Yeah, it might be a similar ribbing to this one. And this one does stretch quite a bit too.
I love that sock. It's fun.
Well, it's great because this is why I picked up this pattern to begin with, because I knew I pretty much was guaranteed that it would fit. I don't like socks that fall down. It took me a long time to knit a vanilla sock because I was certain they would fall down. I've had no problems with my vanilla socks. But with ribbing socks, they pretty much suck in, which is great. So this is the first sock. This is Mom's Flame On colorway. And
Let's see if I still have that.
here's the second one. And there's a little bit more of the red, darker color there. So yeah, this builds really quickly. And I could probably, if I focus, look how close I am to the heel flap.
Yeah.
So, I could at least get to the heel by next time. If I don't just get sweater fever and only work on those. But yeah. And I have yarn set aside for the next one.
Oh yeah, what do you have?
I have an undead yarn I have wound up, and then behind that I have, I think it's a a blue and black, what's her face, the one that dyes so much like you.
Wild hair?
Yeah. Because I have several wild hair set aside because I think she uses a similar base to you. Just like Heidi was.
Mm-hmm.
Although I don't think Heidi carries that base anymore.
Right. I know she did a couple of searches because the blend that the one that we liked so much, she stopped carrying after a while, and she actually made a better choice because it was softer.
Yes, at the time I didn't, really realize how rough it is, but I worked on the ones that I used to like so much recently, and I was like, oh yeah, this is kind of rough. It was good for toys though.
Yeah, it was a workhorse yarn.
And workhorse yarns tend to be very nice for toys because they have a good structure to them.
Right.
But yeah, that's it for projects for me.
Okay, let me just...
No FOs?
I have an FO.
You do? Okay, good.
FO, yeah. Let's put this away here.
I think I might have an idea of what this is.
Well, you should, because I wasn't working on it.
That's what I thought.
So this is my Emma Owl's bag, and this is the baby blanket
That's
that I was
what I
working on
thought.
before.
Okay.
I finished this last night,
Yay.
so it's all done. It'd be
I
done.
like the scalloped edges.
Yeah. So there's only one edge that's not scalloped. It's up here
That's fine.
because
That might be better into the baby's face.
so it's done. This is the other ice yarn. This is a worsted weight. This was given to me by Crystal, and I used almost all of the 3 skeins.
You gonna put it in your blanket?
It's acrylic. I won't put it in my blanket. I'm not sure what I'll do with it, but it's not going in my blanket. Can you make a donut out of it?
I probably could. Thank you. Because I don't care what the thing is. I'm not going to be washing my donuts.
So yeah, so that's this, and I'll put that with the other blankets that has to go out to the pregnancy center. Thank you, Crystal, and thank you, Emma, for the bag. Okay.
Alrighty, so, graphic novel?
Graphic novel. Anything I might show you on graphic novel is...
Elsewhere?
Oh, yeah, I think it's elsewhere. Or maybe I have, let me see. It's very childish because I used it for the tin of my tea that I'm working on, and I wanted it to be kind of simple. No, I don't have it here.
Okay.
Okay.
And then shop news.
Oh, okay, shop news. My last kit is gone. Thank you. It is found the home, and the person said to me, "Oh, I was wondering if it was up there yet." So we kind of crossed wires. She didn't get my messages or something, so I'm glad that that's gone. I'm glad she still wanted it, and it's off to its home. And once I'm kind of sure that she gets it, because I just sent it Saturday, I think. I want to give her a few days to get it before we kind of talk about this, just this little thing I was talking about for the Potterversary.
Right.
So, as for the rest of the shop news, I have a couple of colorways kind of playing around in my head. One of them's been in my head on and off for a while. I just never did it. And then when I was thinking about this, oh, maybe I should do this one too. So maybe keep an eye out. I might have some new ones. I might have some old ones. I just have to find some time to sit down and dye yarn. I still have to dye the yarn for Talia and I for the Potterversary.
Right, and you and I are also talking about the potential of you dyeing something, a new colorway up that would be kind of like a guy sock colorway, which, I mean, that could still be very nice for the shop. You were talking about maybe some olive blue, you know, a dark blue going into slightly light. You had some ideas.
Yeah, and you know what else might be kind of neat if I did a gray with black speckles, something like that, you know, or even a like a silver gray with black and gray, dark gray, or something. So something like that.
You could almost have a guy collection.
Manly colors.
Yeah, exactly.
Manly socks. But anyway, so yeah, I've got some ideas in my head, but I just haven't had the chance to put it into practice. Like today, I might have been able to think about it a little bit, but we're podcasting in the afternoon instead of the morning, so it kind of takes out my day, and that's fine. We know that when Talia has weather-related stuff, sometimes we can't do things on a schedule, so my schedule is always flexible, except when I have appointments or something. So hopefully I'll have some new colorways up. You may see the shipping, free shipping, go back in my shop.
You're not getting so much traffic.
I'm finding I'm not getting as much traffic. My understanding is that when you take the free shipping off, you don't get the kind of, I don't know how to say it, but for lack of a better term, preferred kind of, you don't get bumped up higher, so they don't see you. And so I'm going to go back to that. But if the prices for yarn bases keep going up, I might have to raise my yarn a little bit. I hesitate to do that. I will not do that unless I think it's absolutely necessary. Unfortunately, I you know, yeah.
People understand. I mean, if the price of your supplies, of your materials go up, it's going to have to naturally bring up the price of your finished product.
And the thing is, even if the thing is that the way the prices are going up for everything right now, I might have to raise my prices regardless. So why not give them the free shipping?
Right, exactly.
You know, so
exactly.
So yeah, just I don't see it in the foreseeable future.
But this is a business, which means you have to make sure you still get your profit.
Well, I still have a fair amount of yarn that I bought like before.
But that's not the point.
No. No, what I'm saying is I may not have to do it right away, because I still have a fair amount of yarn that I got before the pandemic. Yeah. So, and during the pandemic itself. But just, I apologize in advance if I have to do that. I promise to do it as little as I have to, okay, as I can. Okay, do you have anything for your shop?
I do. I have a May sale going on for my rosaries, chaplets, that kind of thing for the because May is considered a Marian month.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why all the rosaries and chaplets and stuff are on sale. I think I have 20% off. So yeah. I still do have shipping on mine because it's what works for me.
Mm-hmm.
It gives me just enough traffic that I'm able to make things, but not so much that I can't keep up.
Well, you're still getting traffic. For whatever
Yeah.
reason, I'm not getting traffic. And I don't know if it's because there's more people who do yarn than there are who do
And
rosaries.
that could be.
Or what. So, I'm
Could be.
going to try it again and see what happens.
I also have some things I don't think everyone carries, which are like the sacrifice beads and.
You get a lot of traffic with those.
Oh yeah, that's one of my biggest sellers. So that might be part of it as well. I'm not sure how many people do the paracord sacrifice beads. So, what else? Oh, I worked on 2 of my designs. One is in my Blue Autism Awareness bag that Denise Kikaboo bags. I don't know if she's still doing bags. I don't think they're on Etsy. If they are, they're. I mean, I think they're only person.
I think she had an Etsy shop again for a while, and then she went to a local yarn store, and I don't know if she went back to Etsy during COVID.
I kind of hope she did because she makes a quality bag.
She does.
This holds up very well.
She used to be something knitter. What was she? Her name is Denise, and I can't remember.
I can't remember.
I remember her full name, but I don't want to say her full name on the podcast.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's gonna come later. And then here's the other design I worked on.
The bag is by Laura.
Yep, Laura, and it was specifically made for me.
Yep, mine is. Where's mine? Mine has stuff in it.
Yeah, you use it to put other projects in when you go places.
Yeah. It's sitting over there with my dying sweatshirt on it. Yeah, okay.
So yeah, those are the designs. What does that lead us into? That leads us into thank yous and stuff, doesn't
Royalties.
it? Royalties. Oh yes, of course.
I have a few.
Mine are tea related.
I have some tea related, and I have.
Oh, let's
book
do your
related.
non-tea.
Well, don't you have your book?
No. Oh, I forgot to grab it.
Okay, we both have this. I got one for Davina too. It's called It's Personal. It's by Father Mike Schmitz, and it's.
Now, Mom, it's very basic. It covers very much the basics of Catholicism.
Well, good for Davina.
Yeah, it might be a little basic for us.
Cultivating your relationship with God. I think that it's always good to have a little bit of a review once in a while. You know, sometimes you just say, "Oh yeah, I mean, I should know that." It should be easy to read it. And apparently, he's got a series. It's called The Curious Catholic. So, I got this, and I got one for each of the girls because it sounded really good. We have tea. Did I bring my tea? Did I not have tea this time?
Maybe no, you don't. You didn't.
I didn't.
You just thought you did. Well, you do now. Masala chai. This is free.
Yeah. What happened was they had a wheel. It was Superhero Day or something like that. And the one I won, you'll see either next week or the week after because I had to put my order in so I can get the freebie, was The Fastest Man Alive, which is a Flash reference. Talia's came up out of luck.
Yeah, out of luck.
Or something like
So
that.
I got masala chai.
And what was under that was the masala chai, which she doesn't like, so I took it.
So yeah. But the one I picked up was, this is Mom's, what's it called?
In Sickness and in Health.
This is the proper one, right?
I think so.
Okay. I would hate to think I picked the wrong one.
I think that's what it is. I'll have to
Okay.
check.
Um,
I mean, it's easy enough for you to check your order. I can't check them.
yeah, let me just do a quick, because now I have like momentary, like, was that the one I picked up?
It should be.
So let's see. Account. I'm pretty sure this is Mom's in Sickness and Health because that's what I intended to pick up. This is a chamomile that she put together.
The chamomile peppermint.
Yeah, that it's, let's see.
It's got chamomile, peppermint, and lemongrass.
You know, I think I did get it right because it smells like lemon.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it.
Yeah, in sickness and in health. I just had a momentary, like, maybe I'm wrong.
And that's a picture of my wedding cake.
Yes. Because Mom wanted me to try this in the middle of the day while it's piping hot, and I feel like chamomile needs to cool. And this will be a really good bit for bed tea.
And the funny thing is, I tried it. I had a day where I wasn't feeling very well, just weather related and all kinds of stuff. And I said, well, let me try this one. And it probably didn't do anything necessarily to make me better, but it made me feel better.
Sometimes that's all you need.
The peppermint kind of settled the stomach type stuff, and the chamomile kind of woke me up a little bit. The lemongrass
Lemongrass just makes you feel better.
Yeah, it's a nice blend, if I do say myself.
Now, I also got in here a surprise.
You did?
Yes, I did, actually. This is hot chocolate with
Oh,
cardamom
wow.
and rose, and it looks like it's not put together for you. So,
Oh, that's from Sofina.
yeah, so I think this is actual cocoa powder.
Yeah, they're probably.
I could probably just add my own.
Adagio is doing. They put new parts of their site, and this is their newest thing, Sofina.
So it looks like I can do it with cocoa powder with fennel seed, cocoa powder with rose petals. Oh, got cardamom pods. Oh, it has a recipe in here.
Yeah, they have a recipe. Somebody got a card for a recipe.
Yeah, so it looks like it doesn't already have milk in it, so I can actually do it.
I could do it with almond milk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
I hope I get one of those when I make my order.
And if I like it, I can always pick it up later. Which is nice because I'm not a huge hot chocolate person, but rose. I love roses.
I would never think about putting rose in hot chocolate.
So
You probably have to put sugar in there.
Well, it has in here chopped or shaved dark chocolate, and I know I can get dark chocolate that doesn't have, it's more cocoa than anything else. It says condensed milk. I know I can probably do something else. I know that I have replacement
We're talking about
things.
putting. I'm just saying you have to put sugar in. That's my point.
Yeah, I was talking about the chocolate maybe helping with that.
Chocolate doesn't usually. That's maybe it's semi-sweet. Because I told you about the chocolate I had in Colombia.
Yeah, doesn't look like they have you add sugar. This might be not as sweet as some hot chocolates, which actually might be nice.
See, I like sweet chocolate.
If
it's gonna be hot chocolate.
I don't like too sweet a hot chocolate because then it's a bit cloying and then I just get thirsty.
No, I like if it's hot, I'm gonna have a hot chocolate now. Probably not as hot as now. I want to have a vanilla to it, or a hazelnut, or a caramel, or something that's gonna kind of, move it away from being super sweet. But it has to have sweetness.
I'm not sure how much is in each of these because
It should say something.
it doesn't. Oh, 6 grams. But it doesn't tell me how
It's
many.
got a date on it.
That's not a date.
Okay.
That's something ounce. 21 ounces? Oh, 0.21 ounces.
0.21 ounces. This is probably a serving.
Because they say
Because usually
one tablespoon cocoa powder.
when you only have something like this, it's probably just a serving.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if that's a tablespoon then?
I don't know.
It's hard to tell because I'll have to look at this closer. But this was kind of cool because I was like, oh, I can actually do this.
Exciting.
And, I might not do their recipe exactly, just take certain aspects of it.
Well, condensed milk would be thick. So when you use like a almond milk,
no.
it's going to be a little thinner.
Yeah. I mean, that's how most hot chocolate is anyway.
And a condensed milk is the one that's sweeter. That's why you don't need sugar.
That's why. I know I have a replacement recipe for condensed milk.
Oh, that's cool, because I might be interested in that. Because I've done, when I make things with sweet condensed milk, sometimes at the bottom of the can, when it's done, and it's sweet.
So that's probably it. So I'm looking forward to this.
Well, that sounds like it'd be good.
This was a surprise.
Okay, I did a Michael's run. Michael/Walmart. I don't think I got anything at Walmart. It's Michael's run.
Oh, wow. You really
This
did.
doesn't count. This doesn't count. Yeah, okay. So, I got a couple of hooks. Because I'm always looking for my hooks. I got a G and an H. I probably should have got an F. Maybe the blanket would have been on an F hook instead of a G, but that's okay. So I got that. I got this for my pencils for when I'm drawing.
Oh,
It
turn
says
around.
it says Fantastic.
Isn't that adorable?
You have to understand, when I was writing, an acquaintance of mine called me Panda. Okay, for whatever reason, never met me, just called me Panda. called Me Panda and another fellow writer, Elmo. So this is Panda, for my writing stuff. And then I got these because I have a couple ideas what I want to do with journaling. And this, I found something that somebody had given me the link on Adagio for this person to do journaling, and she's got some really good ideas. I have to go back and look at it. So I got a couple of these. They were buy one, get one half off. And they've got those really faint dots.
Graph paper kind of thing.
It's kind of like, but it's dots, and it's very faint. So I can write straight and do lines straight without having it show up.
Yeah.
And at least one of these is going to be related to my religion stuff. I'm not sure, maybe both of them, but at least one of them. And if I don't like it or I don't do it, Davina can always use it. The unused one. I got a blue and a green. I almost got a blue and a red. But that's that. And then I got these stickers. And the stickers...
Oh, aren't they pretty?
Here.
You need more time in the day because you have all these things you want to do.
These are really interesting packs. They're a little more expensive, but they have all kinds of like flowers. They have like things that you can put little notes inside of it. This lady who I was watching the video, made it a little more clear how you use these things. So I went ahead and I have her link saved, and I also think I have her website saved because she has all kinds of ideas, and she's faith-based. Here's the things that you can do for like borders and stuff, because I'm really a novice at this kind of thing.
You see, this just isn't something that even works with my brain.
I mean, bloom where you are planted. I love that. It's just, this is just...
Because I'm the person who's just like, okay, sticker is at the beginning, and then I'm like, why is it even here? I can acknowledge that it's pretty. It doesn't work for my brain to put it together.
I've always wanted to have a pretty journal, and I love people who can sit down and they sit at a coffee table in a coffee shop and they write something and they draw something that they've seen and they write and they draw and there's no real rhyme or reason. It looks...
You see, I can't even doodle because it looks like a mess to me.
Yeah. See, I wish I had a little more talent in that direction because I like that. I'll write something and I'll draw around it. And the thing is, for me, because I can't draw, I'll mess it up. So this lady said, well, if you can't draw, don't worry. She said, I'm a big fan of stickers. So I found these stickers, and it just...
Well, the thing is, just like anything, for drawing, learning to craft, whatever, you have all the things that you do wrong that lead to you learning how to do right, because no one starts out perfect.
Right. Let's see, like, here's the borders. You see that?
You gotta fail before you succeed.
Well, I fail many times, so many times that I don't think I ever succeed at anything with a drawing.
I'm thinking of Hannah Green Gables. Well, at least I don't make the same mistake twice.
Really?
Yeah, you keep on finding new ones to make.
Yes. So that's basically my haul from Michael's. We have a Michael's right down the street from us.
It's a little bit farther than down the street.
Well, it's down the street. You just go down the street. I didn't say how far down the street. It's just down the street from us. It's about 10 minutes by car. Maybe 10 minutes by car. So that's not very far away, considering it's better than going to Winchester. And I like Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby is my favorite for most things.
But it's not as close.
It's not as close, and Michael's has the better boxes.
They do have nice boxes.
I told my husband that for like the umpteenth time on Saturday, and he's like, you and your boxes.
They're pretty.
They're pretty boxes and paper and stuff. Okay.
Okay, so then that leads on to thank yous.
Do you have any? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, because I don't do books anymore. That's for my book.
No,
too.
I meant the personal life
Personal's
stuff.
usually after thank you.
Okay. If you don't want to hear the personal stuff, we understand completely. We hope you come back, even though we were disjointed today. Come back and join us again next week. But don't leave before we say thank you. And if you want to stay for the personal, that's great.
You can leave before you say thank you if you really want to. We won't keep you hostage. But...
No. We just want to say goodbye to everybody. That's all. So let's say thank you so that people can do what they want to do if they want to leave. So we want to thank the people who commented on YouTube and or our homepage. This time around, I don't think there was anybody on the homepage. I might have missed some because I had this since yesterday. So Want to thank Looney Hiker, Lefty Crochets and Mirror Knits, Christina. I thought there was one other. Oh, maybe not. Okay. If I didn't get you, I'm sorry. I didn't see you before I put this into my notes. We appreciate all commenters.
Yes, thank you.
Did answer everybody that I saw. So, yay. That's progress. And I've been on the board answering a little bit as well. So that's good. So if you don't want to hear the personal stuff, I don't think it's going to be very long anyway. But we're glad you came. And if you are a patron and you're leaving, is it this Friday that we have
No.
It's next Friday. Next Friday. Okay, so we'll keep in mind that next Friday, that's the 15th?
Yeah, no, the 15th is a Sunday.
That's right, it's Samina's birthday.
So
13th.
that would be the 13th. And the 15th is our 10-year podiversary, so next week is very close to the podiversary.
Mm-hmm.
Although technically the day after is closer to the podiversary.
So everybody will have their bags.
For the podiversary.
Even Grandma will have hers because I sent it off today.
Yeah, so that worked out well.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for all who celebrated with us.
Yes.
It's exciting. So, okay.
We won't have any cupcakes for that podiversary because we finished.
Maybe we'll have something else.
Well, we'll be able to have whatever tea we want.
Yeah. But we can have something else. Everything else pretty much goes with every
Oh,
tea.
you know what we have?
Cheesecake.
Yes, we have the cheesecake. I
But that's chocolate. That is strong also.
Yes, but we've been saving that.
Yeah, but you have to have a very small piece of that.
Yes, I had found a Daya dairy-free, gluten-free cheesecake.
Chocolate cheesecake.
Yes, and
cheesecake.
we've been saving it.
Yeah, I thought we were going to have it for Easter, but we didn't.
No, I forget why we did. Can we
The
all
cupcakes.
chocolate?
Cupcakes.
Oh, and cupcakes.
Yeah.
We didn't anticipate the cupcakes.
Well, I knew I wasn't to have the cupcakes because that was something we could all eat.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really a stickler that if we can do it for holidays and birthdays, we should. Like Davina is having spaghetti and meatballs for her birthday on not this Sunday, but next Sunday. And she said, "But Ty, can eat that, right?" I said, "It's your birthday." You can
Yeah,
have it."
I always say
Mike and I try to make sure that we have something that Talia can eat for special days, but Davina, we
But
don't.
I honestly feel like, if it's your special day, it's not your
The
food.
problem is, for me, it's not a celebration unless we can all eat the same thing. Now, unfortunately, Talia probably won't be able to eat what I'm having for Mother's Day because Davina usually makes me hot dogs. So,
And it's not that I can't eat the hot dogs. It's just I don't like it without a bun. And the buns I have are disgusting
they're
for
absolutely
a hot dog.
We actually ended up taking all the buns that we got for that and making bread pudding with it.
Because it was dry.
It was
gross.
horrible. It chokes you.
So it just is, and also it's terribly expensive calorically, and it's just not worth it.
Did we say bye to the people before we started talking?
Yes, I think maybe not.
Goodbye. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. That's a reference.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh dear.
But yeah, so we, medical stuff and house stuff and all that kind of
Mom
stuff.
has a rheumatology appointment next week.
Next week, yeah. Next
Yeah.
week I have that. We have dental appointment. I got my mouth guard coming in next week as well. To see if I can.
So Mom will most likely be diagnosed with fibro.
I don't know, maybe.
I really think so.
According to the triage that are my children, other than Davina, of
Triage is something different.
triage,
Because
Trinity.
triage is where
I know what triage is. Anyway, I know. I watch MASH. I know what triage is. Okay. Anyway.
That makes me think of the people who were patients' family members who told me, "Well, I watch House," and you're just like,
Okay.
"Okay, I'm so glad for you.
Grey's Anatomy.
I'm glad that gives you an insight into my work."
Scrubs. Scrubs.
Yes.
Scrubs.
Yes.
But no.
When
but-
they start off saying, I watch XYZ medical show," and you resist the urge to roll your eyes.
my point is that my 3 out of 4 girls, Taya, Brittany, and Laura, have explained that I have fibro regardless. So we'll see.
The symptoms are strongly indicative of that.
Yeah. We'll see.
And honestly, if you're going to have one, you prefer to have one that's not
Manageable.
Yeah, exactly.
Manageable.
That is manageable.
That is manageable. Yep.
So,
Well, your grandfather is already wondering, that that's fixable, right? I'm like, no, manageable. Oh, okay, manageable's good too.
Yeah, yeah.
So I will be going to, not this week, but next week. I thought it was this week, but it's next week. The 12th, I think.
It's next.
10th is the dental appointment. The 12th is I think that's what it is. I don't know, something like that.
No, 10th is a Sunday, Mom. Wait.
No, 15th is a Sunday.
Oh, so, okay, yes, you're right.
Your appointment is Monday.
Yes, mine is.
I have the doctor appointment,
Okay,
the rheumatologist is the next day.
Your appointment with the rheumatologist is the 10th.
10th, and then my
neurosurgeon and my neurologist appointments are both on the 9th.
Which reminds me, because she has 2 appointments on that day.
Yes,
and I have an appointment the following day.
Yes, on the 10th.
So
we were talking about doing Wednesday, maybe.
Maybe.
We'll have to see when the podcast will be done, or if we'll have to skip a week.
Yeah, which we never really. I don't want to skip a week on the podiversary.
Oh, that would be bad.
We will try to get something in somewhere, maybe Wednesday.
Yeah.
Do we have anything on Wednesday?
Not that I have on the calendar. No, I don't have anything on the calendar for that. So that could be a possibility. And then we might have something to tell you about the rheumatology then.
Mm-hmm.
I don't expect any new news from neurologist or neurosurgeon.
I don't know if they'll have anything about rheumatology.
No, probably not, but at least you can tell them about it.
I'll be able to tell them about the dental appointment.
And you'll mention, you'll have an idea of what they're checking, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So, yes.
And that's about, I don't think we have much of any. Davina's birthday, of course, is
our podiversary day.
The podiversary date, which is not this Sunday, but next Sunday, which means the month that is Davina has started.
No, it doesn't start till after Mother's Day.
According to Davina, it starts. My Mother's Day is a blip in the month of Davina, so which is okay. It's fine. She needs to be able to have it. She's, that's part of the Asperger's and autism and developmental delays and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of a childlike, not childish, childlike excitement and wonder about things like birthdays and Christmas and all that kind of thing. If I let her, and my husband, we let her, she would buy gifts for everybody on every conceivable holiday from Christmas and Easter to
President's Day.
To Arbor Day or something, everything. So
anything that could possibly be considered a holiday.
Yeah, it's because she likes to do that. She likes to, she's just very generous that way.
Yeah.
So, and she gets excited about her special day.
Yes.
I told her I don't know why she gets a gift. I did all the work. So, but and she goes, Mom,
because it's the same thing every year.
It doesn't change. Okay, so
I know I haven't responded to anything anywhere. This past week has been fairly symptomatic. A lot of fatigue.
Yeah.
It's been hence why I've worked mostly on simple projects.
It's been a rough week, Raggy. It's been a rough week for both of us in different areas. Hers more than mine. I did more like tiredness and
Well, I mean that's called fatigue.
Muscle ache and things like that.
I don't think you can. My fatigue, your fatigue, they're both fatigue.
Yeah, but it's not that. I did want to sleep all the time, but I didn't.
Yep.
So, yeah, you might get eventually a Sleepy Everybody podcast, which would be very boring, except for Allison, who seems to get a kick out of that. Happy birthday, Allison! I know your birthday was a couple days ago.
Oh,
so
happy birthday, Allison!
Yeah.
Not sure when you'll see this.
Yeah. So, okay, I guess that's it. I don't think we have anything else to say, do we?
Nope.
I feel like we should have lunch. I already had lunch.
I haven't had lunch.
Okay, so we want to wish you all a very wonderful and blessed day and week filled with knitting and crafting and all the stuff that you enjoy. And we hope to see you back here for the Foot of the Woman Cave next week. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 503, and that's a wrap.
Bye.